So many good dads are being erased. As long as the system gets paid, nobody cares. Now, check out this story. Welcome to the Diary of an Abused Father. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about child support. Child support is really the system of literal oppression for all men in the United States society, unfortunately. It's been about 10 years now that I've had a fraudulent child support order for over, I think it's $1,600 a month that my daughter's mom had put in place without ever serving me, without ever getting any financial information, without doing anything the legal right way that they tell us men to do in the family court system. But she was able to just to go ahead and go in there and get a default judgment for $1,600 a month, literally ruining my life to date. On top of that, my ex-wife, she went into child support and she asked for an additional $800 a month. So you're looking at well over $2,000 per month that I'm supposed to magically come up with to quote unquote support my children. But in today's video, I'm going to be covering some guys on a podcast that go into the details of the Title 4D program, which is really what child support is. It's basically just a mechanism for funding the welfare system in this country on the backs of men like myself via the child support support services. I'm also going to be reviewing a video, well, actually an email from a conversation that just goes nowhere regarding child support from my daughter's mother back when my daughter was younger. She would rather see our daughter sit in daycare than to actually spend some extra time with her father. And of course, today that's translated into my daughter rejects me, and it's just easy for her just to kind of, dismiss me as her father for all these years. And it's very sad. But that's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. And thanks for listening.
Federal law called Title 4D. It was passed in the late 1970s. This is the cause of the divorce explosion in the 1980s and the creation of, there were no family courts in the early 1980s. They didn't exist. They were created specifically because of Title 4D. Title 4D provides for matching funds for the collection of child support. So I don't know about Virginia, but I know about Texas. In Texas, it's $500 million. It's $480 to $520 million per year. The more child support that's issued, the more money the state gets in reimbursements. The more it collects, the more it gets in the entire Texas Attorney General's office is funded by the child support collection matching funds from Title 4D. Texas actually has a law in the Texas Government Code which requires all judges to rule in cases in such a way to maximize Title 4D reimbursements.
Wow.
Before anything is heard in case. This explains a lot of peculiar things in family court. Family court's known for giving custody to the dysfunctional parent, and they just do it consistently. They do it all the time. I watched a case ahead of mine one time, and they gave 2 children back to a heroin addict mother who had successfully passed a drug test after 15 days for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
What was the alternative?
Why would they do that? That makes no sense, right? Everybody goes, nobody in their right mind would do things like, why do they do it? Here's why they do it. The state knows full well it will never collect child support from a heroin addict.
Oh.
And all that matching money, they don't get it.
Got it.
They know that the responsible parent will bankrupt themselves to protect their child and to take care of their child, and they'll get all the matching money for that. So the decision in family court doesn't come down to, are you a fit and willing parent? If that were the case, then in 99% of the cases, you would have both parents getting 50-50 custody because both parents are fit and willing, right? Most abuse is actually much rarer than we think, right?
Yeah.
So abuse and neglect, those are 2 ends of the spectrum, right? So what they do is they say, which person here will give me the maximum Title IV reimbursement for the state?
Wow.
And that's the person who loses custody. so that they pay child support. That's the real calculation that's going on. You mentioned CPS, and if you're looking at laws around this, you need to know about Title 4E.
Here's another money conversation that goes nowhere fast as usual. Call me Mr. Walking Wallet. Here's the response I received after my last email that I had with my daughter's mother back in 2014 regarding child care. She says, Levante, I already have explained my actions to you. I'm not being dishonest with you. I work at 9 a.m. a couple days a week, which means Jaden needs to have care by 8:15 to 8:30. That has lessened as I have been self-employed, and I'm taking a small pay cut to accommodate you and was thinking of you and how much things have been costing. I have been doing it all on my own, and it's been extremely tight financially. I am not going to argue with you. This is what her care schedule is, and what it costs is pretty black and white. She needs summer care, one way or another. That's why I chose the year-long plan, because it saves us $300 a month during the summer months. Either you pay your portion, or I will be forced to go in front of a judge to enforce you to pay what they assigned. Like I said before, I'm sorry that child care is expensive. I can't control it. I just make it work, and I have had to make sacrifices in other areas to make it affordable. Now, mind you, I have 2 other children and a stay-at-home wife at this time, and no one cares that I'm providing for everyone in this matter. I'm providing for my then stay-at-home wife, and I'm providing for my 2 children that live full-time at home with me and my stay-at-home wife. And this is the situation that I was going through with my daughter, who's my first child, who I went to family court. We went to trial, paid $14.55.37 per month in child support for the first year. I have a video on that. And then the next 4 years after that, my child support was $13.55 for the entire time my daughter was from 0 to kindergarten. Now, mind you, I have 2 other children as well. So I have 3 children in total, and I'm paying out just to one child $1,300 a month in child support. While I have to sit and have a conversation with this woman who has a live-at-home boyfriend at the time, talking about she's doing everything on her own because she's a single mom. But I'm over here paying all this child support, and I had a credit for like over $3,000 because I approved in a child support modification that I had been overpaying for daycare for all the years that my daughter was in daycare from before she went to kindergarten. So again, the diary of an abused father. It's just been extremely frustrating. This is where I just threw in the towel because, like I said, shortly after this, I got a notification for a child support order for $1,600 where I was never served. I never provided any proof of income. I never gave any information, but an order was entered for $1,600 a month, not caring that I had a stay-at-home wife and 2 other children to take care of. It's just sad, just sad. But I'll close this one out here.